my name is Jacqueline, and I'm going to be giving my commemorative speech tonight, and these are my audience members, well over 5. Can you guys say hi? Great. And they are all UVA students. Can you guys imagine being teenage girls, which you all once were, and going through all these changes and having a lot of emotions and maybe having some arguments with your parents? And then can you imagine if, as the only daughter, your mom wrote a parenting book on how to raise teenage girls? Well, I can, and I can tell you, it was a little bit embarrassing. But looking back, I am so grateful that I had a mother who was so wise and able to write a workbook to help mothers and daughters work through big issues. My mom is one of the most smart, beautiful, creative, and passionate people that I know. And the 3 things that she taught me growing up that have really stuck with me were kindness, adventure, and authenticity. And these 3 values were really amplified in the way that she lived her life and the way that she raised me. And so to give you a little idea of this, I was raised in Singapore. My mom was a global marketing exec for a big company, and my dad also was. And so they both had big jobs and were very busy. But they made it a point to have us live a life of adventure. And they took us traveling to different countries on the weekends and at different points in time, and always showed us what the world was like. And this is because adventure was such an important value to them. They also taught us in these trips to be kind. Kindness was really important to my parents, and they always wanted us to know that we are no better than anyone else, and that every single person you meet deserves kindness. And one thing we had in our house was that my mom invented were SAKs, and this stood for Simple Acts of Kindness. And every day when we got home from school and we, a few hours later, sat down for dinner, she would come home from work and say, "Okay, what were they today?" And me and my brothers would all be fighting over who could go first and tell their simple acts of kindness for the day. And so this really fostered this attitude in me that kindness is important and something you give to everyone, and also that adventure is really important. This book that I was talking about is called Leave Your Footprints Along the Way. And my mom wrote this. She was inspired by 9/11, kind of thinking about what if she wasn't going to be around to tell me and my brothers all these important things that she wanted to tell us. And so she wrote this workbook, and all of the proceeds are donated to the Girl Effect, which is a nonprofit organization that aims at educating girls all over the world. Upon retiring when I was 6 to kind of be a stay-at-home mom and take better care of us, she started mentoring for this program that had teenage moms, and she became a mentor for that and really involved in that program. And now she full-time volunteers for an organization called Caring for Cambodia, and she facilitates trips and events and just led a group of 30 women over there. And the idea is to foster a love for volunteering and a desire to help people in Cambodia through that organization. And one thing that my mom once said, which I have written down, it is a quote, is that every day in every interaction, you make an impact on someone else and make it a positive one. And I think that this really is illustrative of her character and the way that she raised her kids. And I hope one day I can be half the mom that she is. And another thing that's really special about her is that she's authentic. She doesn't care what anyone else thinks, and she really lives out her true self. Fun fact, I don't know that I've ever seen my mom wear makeup. She thinks that mascara makes her unable to open her eyes. She does brush her hair. I think she uses a hairdryer. But my point being is that my mom doesn't care about what anybody else thinks, and she is strong, and she's badass, and she has really taught us to live authentic, meaningful lives, doing something that we love. And along that line, my mom has taught me that women can do anything that men can do, and they can do a lot of things way better than men can. And that's something that has really stuck with me, and something that I think is really important. You might have heard the saying, teamwork makes the dream work, little cliche there. And I think that my parents really relied on this strategy a lot in raising us, and I think that my mom showed us that the woman can also be the head of the household, and they can work together in order to do that. And so one thing that I am hoping to close this speech, because she will also see it, is I'm hoping that she will also walk me down the aisle in a couple months when I get married, along with my dad, because I had two awesome parents who ran our household together and equally. And I will just always know that my mom has taught me kindness, authenticity, and also to be adventurous. Thank you so much for listening.